Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Titus. Now in this video, I want to start off a series of different wish lists of different plants that I want to own. And the reason why I've started this is so number one, I can actually reflect back on those different plants that I wanted to own and finally obtaining in future. And number two, just to give a bit of an idea to my wife if she watches my YouTube videos on what plants to get. No, not really the second one, but mainly the first one. Okay, so hopefully this will give you guys a bit of insight as to the different plants that I'm eyeing as well. And also just being mindful that some of the plants on my list may not be as common or uncommon or rare in the type of location or area where you're located. Currently, I'm located in Melbourne, and some of these plants that I'm going to mention are just some of the common plants that may be frequently available, not necessarily in big box stores or garden supply nurseries. However, they might be accessible through private sellers, or it's just something that I frequently see over and over again being sold or a lot of people owning. Now, most of the images that I might show you guys are borrowed pictures from Instagram, obviously because I don't own it yet. And just to let you guys know that ever since I've gotten the Thigh constellation, which I thought was my final top wish list, and I'm not gonna get any more plants after I got it, it really opened my eyes to the other plants that are available out there. So in this video, I just want to show you guys the 5 common plants on my wish list before the end of 2020, and I hope that I do get it, but if I don't, that's fine as well. It's just something good to reflect on. So let's get started. Alright, so number 1 on my list is the Pepperomia turboensis. Now I hope that I'm saying that right, and I'll post an image just down here as well. Now this Peperomia apparently looks like the watermelon Pepperomia. I'm not sure if it really does. You guys can be the judge of that. Now the reason why I really like this plant is that it has those silvery veinings as well as the black foliage covering on it, which looks very nice and a little bit more masculine, I guess, for my taste of plants. So I really wanted to own one of this ever since I saw that it was released in different Bunnings warehouse all around other states in Australia. However, unfortunately at the moment, because our Bunnings here in Melbourne is closed, I don't know if they actually stock that. So if you guys have a spare one that you'd like to give, no, I'm joking. So yeah, that's the first one on my list. So hopefully I get one of those in future. Now the price range of this I think may range from $15 to $20 depending on how bushy it is. So it goes within that range of not so rare plant that's also common but not so expensive as well. Now the next one on my list is the dragon tail, which I will post a photo down here. Now the reason why I like this plant is because it's really shiny, very tropical looking, and plus the price range of this is not that expensive here in Australia as far as I'm aware when I was looking at it in big box stores and some nurseries. So the price range can often go from $15 for a smaller type of plant, and then $100 for probably a really big massive one in a totem pole. Oftentimes this plant is mislabeled as a Peperomia pennatum, however that plant is different. Hopefully when we do move to our house, I do get to purchase one. I am very mindful about our spending at the moment, and I have spent quite a lot with plants, but this is one of the ones that's quite common but also still in my checklist. If I do find the right one, I'll definitely want to purchase that. Alright, next one on my list is another Pepperomia, and this Pepperomia is the Pepperomia Watermelon. So as you guys can see there in the image, it does look quite nice and the leaves grow quite big, and that's why I want to own one of these. They're apparently really easy to propagate. However, due to the high demand of this, the prices are just soaring quite high. Now the cheapest one I've seen so far of this would probably be around $28 to $35, and then the high-end range is about $50, which hopefully it will stop there, okay, because it's just absurd selling peperomias for that much when they're so easy to propagate. Now, I don't want to be judgmental about that, because in future, if I do start a business and I do purchase them at a higher price, then obviously you have to put a bit of increase to that margin line of how much Pepperomia Watermelon costs to just make a little bit of profit as well. Now, the fourth one on my list is a plant that I really want. And this is the Monstera Pecana El Salvador. Now, I do have a Monstera Pecana, just a regular green form, but the Monstera Pecana El Salvador species or version is actually much more silvery in its leaf, and it gets much more bigger from what I've seen in different photos. Now, what inspired me to actually want to own one is one of the Instagram person that I follow, which I'll put a photo down here, and he's grown his Monstera Pecana El Salvador in a really massive totem pole. And because the Pecana regular version I'm looking after is so easy to look after and grow, then I'm hoping that this one will also be easy to grow as well. So I want to have one of those, hopefully, if I do find one for a good price. Now, the last one on my list, and I think the only reason why I'd probably want to own one of these, is because of the price range of, I think, ranging from $50 to $80 for an established plant, and that's the Syngonium Fantasy. Okay, so this Syngonium Fantasy is basically like any other Syngonium that's also green form. However, it does have some white sectoral variegations on it. Sometimes the variegation can actually be speckled. And recently, I actually won a competition where one of the cuttings is actually a Syngonium Fantasy. So hopefully when I do receive that post, I will show you guys another unboxing of that. I'm really excited to finally own one of those. And that's pretty much it, guys. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you are watching this and are generous enough to give me one of the ones that I just mentioned, then please feel free to do so. Just get in contact with me. If you like this video, then please click that like button. If you want to see me make more videos such as this, or if you're new to this channel, then please do consider subscribing. Otherwise, I will see you guys on the next video. Until then, goodbye and God bless.